Hey, y'all. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. It's October 5th. Happy Sunday, y'all. Had a good day. Went to church today. Took the kid back to school. And here I am for trending topics. So I'm glad y'all hanging out with me. Listen, the last 2 nights, Friday and Saturday, we went mad overtime. We did like a 2-hour show. Tonight we're doing express train straight up, straight up. 60 minutes, okay, people? 60 minutes. We in it out. We talking about these stories and we gonna go do whatever we do for the rest of our Sunday. And we'll see each other tomorrow. I see y'all out there. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for spending some time with me on this Sunday night. Listen, the title is called Unbelievable. And we keeping it simple tonight. This school bus driver. And if you know the diva, you know I ain't got no problem with nobody. I don't care what you identify as. But I do got a problem when you want to identify as something and then you violating the kids. So I'm going to say they call themselves Miss Sharon. Miss Sharon was born a male. She driving the school bus as Miss Sharon and was violating the boys. See, I'm going to need all of these schools to do better when they vetting the people out. You know, am I the only one? Every time I go get a job, I don't care where it's at. It could be at the Macy's, the Dunkin' Donuts, the Starbucks, whatever. They want to know my life story. I got to take a blood test, a urine test. I got to get references. Who is vetting these bus drivers out that are driving our kids at the school? And I'm sorry, but not sorry, parents. Y'all need the school bus system, the board of education, the school that your kid went to, the town that the school was in. Sue everybody. Because maybe if we hit them in the pockets, they will start to vet the people out correctly. It's messed up. Now, there's some boys out there who are going to have to deal with this violation the rest of their lives, be in therapy and all kinds of other stuff, confused with their intimacy and all of that, because this nasty school bus driver violated them. We're going to talk about it. Then we're going to talk about a worker at the Family Dollar. You know, every now and then we get some tips from the diva. And the tip for you today is, if you work in retail and the people want to come in there stealing, you back up. Put your hands up. Don't run after them. Don't go after them. Don't try to stop them, because then you're going to become a victim. The Family Dollar worker wanted to stop the shoplifter and became a victim because the person stabbed them. Let them go. If these people want to protect their business in their store, they need to have a security guard at every single store. That's where we got to start. And you know what? At these stores, the security guards need to be, what you call it? The security guards need to be off-duty police officers. And they need to be able to carry their pow-pows as they are securing the building. Because these people got to stop. I'm over it. Enough is enough already. And then, this is an update, this last story. Do you remember the young lady we did it on the trending topics and she pushed the older lady off the bus? She shoved off the bus. She hit the cement and had to get some, thank God she wasn't seriously hurt. Well, she took a plea deal. And the plea deal is 2 years probation. And she can no longer ride the bus system, and she got to stay away from the person that she pushed off the bus. Now, you want to talk a light sentence? That's one. Everybody a thug till they get caught. Now, all of a sudden, you sorry. You didn't mean it. But let's see how she get around now, because she cannot take the bus. Now, I don't know if they have a train system where she's at or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but she got to find a different form of transportation because she wanted to act a whole fool and push an elderly person off the bus. I mean, she should have got a year just for the elder abuse, if you ask me. But she took a plea deal and she got 2 years probation. And they should have made her go to anger management class too. I'm gonna need, the justice system is all over the place. When they should be tough, they not. When they shouldn't be tough, they are. It's ridiculous. That's why I said unbelievable. But you know what? I'm gonna shut up because y'all know my opening can be long sometimes, especially when I'm in my feelings. I see y'all out there. Hey, Roy, hey, in my opinion. Hey, Katrina. But I'm gonna shut up. So I could bring the people on in the building so we could get right into these stories tonight. Happy Sunday, y'all. I hope you had a good Sunday because I did. It was my pastor's anniversary at the church today. It was a nice service. So y'all know what I need in the chat. I need a what? I need a choo-choo. Hold aboard, everybody. It is Sunday night trending topics, and we got stuff to talk about. The title is called Unbelievable. We got the school bus driver arrested. How many times have you heard about these school bus drivers? We got the Family Dollar chaos and we got the shocking sentence. She just got probation. Let me bring the people on in. Hey, in my opinion.
Hey, Diva. Choo choo.
Hey, Wayne.
Hey, Diva.
Hey, Katrina.
Hey, Diva. Hey, panel. Hey, chat.
Hey, I see your title there. Listen, we're going to get right into this story. Let's talk about this bus driver because this was sick and sad. Let me share screen. Here we go. Why is it? Let's see. Okay, so let me go ahead. Let's play this.
Charter school bus driver was in court today accused of multiple sex crimes against children. 48-year-old LaTwain Tate will be held on a $1 million bond in jail. WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre is live outside of the Mecklenburg County Courthouse in Uptown where that hearing took place. Jesse, you were able to speak to Tate's family today. We appreciate their time, but what did they tell you?
Well, yes, that's right. I did speak to Tate's family briefly here at the courthouse and at their home, and they say Tate is innocent. I also got a chance to speak to some folks that live in the area where the incident happened, and they say the accusations are alarming.
It's pretty disturbing that it's so close to home.
LaTwain Tate, also known as Miss Sharon, in court Wednesday, charged with 2 counts of statutory rape, 6 counts of indecent liberties with a minor, and 1 count of statutory sex offense. Police say there are at least 4 victims, boys between the ages of 14 and 15. After weeks-long investigation, Tate was arrested Tuesday.
My wife told me I was in the house, that she told me that there were cops outside, a lot of undercover cops.
Investigators say several of the boys stayed with Tate and performed sexual acts on Tate at the home. Folks who live in the area say the entire ordeal is unsettling.
14, 15-year-olds can be so impressionable at that age. And, to think that somebody would take advantage of, kids in that age range, that's just very alarming.
Mary Catherine Elkins with Pat's Place Child Advocacy Center says they work with CMPD on investigations like this.
We provide a forensic interview, which is a developmentally appropriate conversation with children to get information from them that's admissible in court.
Elkins says it is important for parents to have regular conversations with their kids about safety and appropriate relationships with adults.
Even with teenagers, they need to be aware that there are boundaries and that they can say no.
Now, police believe there may be more victims out there and asking anyone with information to come forward. Tate's next court hearing is scheduled for October 16. Live in Uptown, Jesse Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.
Yeah, some very interesting revelations today. Jesse, thanks for updating us.
Very sad. Hold on, let me share a screen. So, male bus driver who goes by Miss Sharon charged with SAing multiple boys. A North Carolina school bus driver who calls himself Miss Sharon has been charged with SAing several boys whom he lured to his house, cops say. Latwain Darrell Tate, a 48-year-old male, also known as Just Sharon, was arrested Tuesday and charged with 2 counts of statutory R and 6 counts of indecent liberties with a minor, according to the Charlotte police. He is accused of assaulting at least 4 boys ages 14 and 15 years old, but officials said there could be more victims. The children were found to be staying at his house, and one of them claimed Tate offered him money in return for sex. An arrest affidavit obtained by the news read, Tate drove school buses for the Sugar Creek Charter School in Charlotte, but was suspended during the weeks-long investigation and then fired on September the 30th. None of the alleged crimes occurred on school property or while Tate was working his school bus route, police said. Tate, who is listed as a 5'7" and 210 pounds, was sent to the county jail where he is being held on a $1 million bond. His family has insisted he's innocent of the charges, but neighbors say they have been left disturbed by the allegations. It's pretty disturbing that this is so close to home and you're just shook. Neighbor Tony Sanders told the news, to me, it's a shame. 14, 15-year-olds can be so impressionable at that age. To think someone would take advantage of that is very alarming, he added. This is so sick and sad. I'm sick of these people violating the kids. In my opinion, your thoughts?
I don't know where we get these sick people from and how they get these jobs that they have around these kids. I think the same way we have a level of security about our government jobs, we need to have a level of security about our children.
Mm-hmm.
Because at an alarming rate, we're hearing so many stories of kids being taken advantage of, and especially by the people that's supposed to be mentoring them and teaching them. It's just sad. And why has he got kids staying at his house? Where are these parents at?
That part. Oh, so sad. Wayne, your thoughts?
I was about to say the exact same words of the opinion said, where their parents. It wasn't just one, it was multiple kids staying at his house.
Mm.
Who do that? I mean, and they know the lifestyle. I can't imagine all these boys lying. It looked like about 7, 8 of them. This is the most disgusting stuff. I don't know how he's going to be back on the street. And these kids got a long road ahead of them. That's it.
Yeah, it's just very sad. Well, I doubt if he will be, because he got, at least they got the bond right this time. It's $1 million. Roy, your thoughts?
Good evening, everybody. Yes. Very quickly, very horrible what this individual has done. I live here, or excuse me, I live in the outskirts of Charlotte, so this kind of definitely hits home for me. But someone was just recently saying, I want to say it was you, Diva, and in my opinion, about the school system, and vetting people. And I put this back on the responsibility of our administration and the government that we are under. Our teachers, our bus drivers, our administrators, our lunch, people, they are the lowest paid people in probably America when it comes to teaching our babies and caring for our babies. And our government has done a horrible job, in my opinion, of vetting people because we have mistreated the people who have been there for so long and who truly care about our students and who truly care about making sure that our students are in a safe environment. We have wore those people out. We have not compensated them in a fair way. And it's a lot to take care of these kids. It is a lot. I have done student teaching, and it ain't easy. These kids are rough. But because we have fallen as a society, we now just let anybody be a teacher. We let anybody be in administration. We let anybody be a bus driver. And now we are seeing the results every day of how our society has failed us. Horrible to this individual, but even more horrible to our society who continues to fail us, knowing that we have these individuals in our society who do not need to be. But because we refuse to pay people the proper wage, because we refuse to put in the proper money to make sure that we're doing background checks, that we're doing, the all and above to make sure we're hiring people who are truly wanting to help our kids, we have these results. And it's horrible.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Savannah, your thoughts?
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I had to do a double take because I thought that was a woman. And, neither here or there, but I honestly thought, I was like, here's another woman who is just um, preying on our children and flying under the radar. And I believe it's more than just four. So to find out that it was a male, it doesn't make the crime any less or worse. It just it makes it where the system is still failing our children. And when we have a Secretary of Education who doesn't know the difference between A1 steak sauce and A1 app, um, we
AI.
definitely, I'm sorry, AI. See, she even tripped me up in between AI and but no, Linda had did a Linda McMahon, who's the Secretary of Education currently. Um, had an interview where she said that she kept referring to AI as A1, and they continuously had to correct her and let her know it's like A1 is a steak sauce. AI is the computer generated app. And she got a little miffed when they corrected her. But that's the as much as they've gutted our school system and our programs and I agree with everyone that's spoken so far how they vet these people. um, it's just you get more of a background check if you go and buy it pow pow, and those are very very lax. um I'm trying to figure, have we had stories where other neighborhoods, affluent neighborhoods and schools, is this happening in their schools, or is it just in, have we had those stories, Diva? Because I can't recall one.
It's happening everywhere. It's very sad. And listen, these teachers, and if it's not this, these teachers are sleeping with the kids everywhere. And these teachers, are and the school bus drivers are just leaving kids on the bus. Like this is it's at an insane level at this point.
Hmm.
I've got to do better. This is the kids.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I agree. I think it's more than just the four that they found out about. I think this person's been a predator for quite some time on
Mhm.
these young men, these young boys, because they're not men; they're still boys. They're under 15, from what the report said. So, absolutely, they definitely need to do better. We need to do better. And the parents definitely need to be more involved. I've been saying it, I say it all the time. Parents, you got to get in these schools. You got to demand better. I need to know for your children. I don't know. We're so occupied, and I understand that, but we send our babies to this building for 8 to 10 hours a day, and we don't know who's in there.
That part. And but Raheem, you're making a good point. Why is your kid at the school bus driver's house? Katrina, your thoughts?
Raheem took my thought away. But what I was going to say is he, she, whatever, is already confused about what he wants to be. And I could see if you're the football coach, basketball coach, taking the kids out on field trips or, doing camps and stuff with the kids, you're a school bus driver. Why you got these kids coming to your house? And as we said before, where the parents at? Because looking at the school bus driver, he looked confused himself. So what is he gonna teach my child? So they should have known something was going on. But we are so lenient and so want your kids to go away because you need a rest or you need to be free for a day or free for an hour, you allow these predators to take your kids. And another thing is a lot of these predators become teachers, bus drivers, daycare workers, so they can conflict harm on kids. A lot of them do it just for that. That's the easy way. If they want to mess with a child, they can become a daycare teacher. They can become a daycare provider. They can become a teacher. They can be a school bus driver. They can do things just so they and teachers so they could be around kids because that's their mo. That's what they want to do, and it's easy access. So yes, we need to do background checks and stuff on it. But some of them don't even have anything in their background, so they're coming out clean. But most predators get in these jobs because they know that there are kids around, somebody they can manipulate and fall victim to them. This is ridiculous and sick. Um, and well, right now he's where he needs to be. So while he was messing with the boys, maybe the boys are messing with him. Cause I'm quite sure they're not putting him in no women's ward. He's gonna be in the males. So good luck to him. And I feel sorry for the kids, and I hope they get counseling, therapy, or whatever they need. Cause this crash, that's all I got. That's all I got, Diva.
Thank you. And Wayne, you went already, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next story. And unfortunately, I get it. Like the Dollar Tree store worker thought, they were doing the right thing and ended up getting stabbed. So New York City family, dollar worker stabbed as she tries to stop shoplifter, the cops say. So a worker at a Brooklyn discount store tried to foil a would-be shoplifter Sunday, only to get stabbed. The 30-year-old victim, who was not identified, was working at a Family Dollar store at Flatlands Avenue in East New York around 11:48 a.m. when she was slashed by the thief, police and sources said. She was taken to Brookdale Hospital by ambulance and was listed in stable condition. And then they had to sign up due to an earlier incident. We will remain closed for the rest of today. We apologize for any inconvenience and appreciate your understanding. We will open again Monday morning at 8 a.m. Sorry to those of you that waited until 5 p.m. Another emergency came up. Thank you. The Family Dollar management. The store was closed on Sunday afternoon with a handwritten sign taped to the window saying it will reopen Monday morning. Due to an earlier incident, we will remain closed for the rest of the day, the sign said. We apologize for any inconvenience and appreciate your understanding. Police said there have been no arrests in the violent encounter, but the investigation continues. The incident comes less than a week after a 64-year worker at a Columbus Circle market died following a scuffle with a would-be thief over a 6-pack of Heineken. Last month, a pair of Brooklyn deli workers fatally beat a neighborhood nuisance with a long rap sheet and smacked him in the head with a baton during a deadly scuffle, police sources said. In July, a clerk at the CVS outlet in Times Square stabbed and killed a homeless man who attacked them while trying to steal from the store, according to authorities. So listen, to me, the message here is if you're a worker, let them steal or risk losing your life. Roy, your thoughts?
Listen, these businesses, y'all got to get y'all insurance up. If these businesses have insurance, there should be no reason that any employee should be trying to chase down or get anything. It shouldn't matter to the employees. But unfortunately, because, like, again, we are in the era that we are in our government, a lot of these people, unfortunately, and I have heard this to be true, that sometimes when a job is robbed, they take it out of your paycheck. That I have heard, and being an individual that has worked in retail before, in my earlier years, they would say block the door. If you can stop them, try to stop them, but just don't grab them. I think we need to stop that. I
Yes,
think if we're going to be out here paying our police officers our good tax money every year, there should be a police officer in every store at all times. What else is going on? What else are y'all doing other than sitting on the side of the road trying to give people speeding tickets unnecessarily? Get y'all behinds in these stores and cover our people, care for our people. Where is the care? Where's the security? We need help. I know it's just $1, but even in the times that we are in now, the dollar store is precious to people because they need stuff. But I think this is horrible. Blessings and prayers to that individual, and do better, society. Come on, people. Protect one another. Cover one another. We got to look out for each other. This is sad.
It is very sad, and you are correct, Roy. Like, some of these stores, they do say it's coming out of your check, but I do agree. You got to let this thing go. Let them go. Like, they should have security. They should pay for security. It's just sad. Person getting sad because they trying to, because most of us, we love our, no matter what is going on at your job, at the core of it, most people do love their job. They love their job. And they're like, okay, like, I don't care, have you come in here stealing every day, but unfortunately, this person got stabbed, and it's very sad. In my opinion, your thoughts?
So I'm gonna take this back old school. My mom used to say, "Pay me for my pain." So if you ain't paying me enough, I ain't stopping nobody. Okay, I'd snap a picture and send it to you. I ain't stopping nobody, and you better not take it out of my shit, because if I work 8 hours and I'm promised $9 an hour, you best believe I want every last hour and every last dollar on there, or else I'm suing. Now this is why we have loss prevention in the stores. They have so much they can lose, and it's covered. They need to start checking these people at the door then. I don't know what else you're gonna do. I mean, we all know what kind of times we in. These politicians in here, it's gonna be a lot more of it. And it's sad that we have to say this, but it is. It's gonna be a lot more of it. And we just all have to stay safe. So don't risk your life for these folks' stuff.
They said my friend got 5 years ago for reading a magazine and a customer walked out with 2 TVs. Child, listen. Savannah?
And unfortunately, because of the economic times that we're living in, these dollar stores, Family Dollar, Dollar Generals, they're getting an increase in traffic, because that's what most people can afford right now is going to these budget stores. And I think you did that story here a while ago. There was 4 very young children who went into a Walgreens and were shoplifting in their pajamas. Do you recall that story?
Yes, I do.
And I recall, and I remember when they reported on that story that Walgreens has a policy that employees are not allowed to confront, chase a shoplifter, and that prioritizing their safety and any type of liability against the store is what they're taught during their onboarding session. So, and I found that shocking when I saw it as part of that story, because I wondered why these were young children, very mouthy, I remember, and disrespectful. But why didn't the employees lock them in, or grab the bags or confront them or something? But they're not allowed to. So I think more stores need to implement that policy. But then this also is why a lot of the items are basic necessity items are locked up behind glass shelves, and we have to go and get a key holder to come and open up so we can get nail files, deodorant. I needed to get tweezers from Walmart, and I needed to go find someone to get me tweezers that were locked in a glass shelving unit. So I think that's going to increase as well. And it's going to start inconveniencing folks. And this is why online shopping will never go away. And as much as we disapprove with these giants like Amazon and other stores that deliver it to your home, but sometimes it's safer to do that and more convenient. And that's never going to change, regardless of us being upset whether they pay taxes or not. But I'm going to prioritize safety always. So it's unfortunate, but I think more stores are going to be changing their policies.
Yeah, you're right. We're getting into a world where online shopping is becoming a thing now because you, for the most part, you're not going to have any loss prevention there because they also kind of handle these people pretending like they didn't get their package. So now they're taking pictures of when they drop their package in front of your door. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. It's a whole lot. But again, for the brick and mortar stores that are still out there, it's unfair that people are going to sell. And even the dollar store has increased. There's some things that's in the dollar store that ain't a dollar. It's $1.25. It's $1.59. But you are correct, Savannah. More people are turning to those stores because everything is so expensive now. Katrina, your thoughts?
Yes, yes, at Walmart, Lowe's, um, if you're not in loss prevention or working in that department, like security, and if you chase after somebody, you're losing your job. They don't play that. If you're not in loss prevention, the police officer whatsoever, and you try to stop somebody to going out their door, you're fired. And another thing, I'm not stopping nobody that want to steal no way, because if they came in with the idea to steal, they're gonna do what they can to get that stuff out that store. That stuff is insured. You only one person, and just like tomorrow, that store gonna be going on when they say they closing for the day, but they're gonna be open tomorrow. So they just let you know that you're replaceable. So that's not your stuff. Don't fight on nobody else's stuff, because the stuff can be replaced. Your life can't. And these people make money big time when this stuff going through claim prevention and loss of claim. So don't risk your life trying to save yourself. Don't risk your life trying to protect something that's not even yours. No, it's not worth it. They want to steal it, let them steal it. Stand back. What you want? You want a bag to put this stuff in? Just let me live my life, and I'm going by my business. So just be careful, people out there, working in those type of stores. Because I worked in that type of store one night, and I was the manager, and the window's supposed to be closed, but the girl had the window open. The guy ran past me. She said, "Stop him! Stop who? I ain't stopping nobody. If they want it, they can have it. They'll replace me tomorrow if I'm gone. And what my kids and grandkids will have, nobody. So no, we good. That's all I got."
Ooh, thank you. Wayne, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think what happens is that you get these overzealous employees
Mm.
and want to protect the stuff like it's theirs.
Mm-hmm.
And as Katrina say, the CEO wouldn't spit on your eyelashes if they was on fire. They don't know you. And they just feel that it's their duty to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So instincts, they jump to this. And this one jumped, and you see what happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing in the store in these places that can't be replaced. That's
Mm-hmm.
it.
Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, we're gonna go ahead and roll right into the last story. And the last story is it's like an update to a story we did on Trending Topics. I want to say if it wasn't a week ago, then it was just 2 weeks ago, where the young lady, she pushed. I hope this is it. Let me just make sure I'm sharing the right thing here. She pushed the woman off the bus, a 63-year-old woman off the bus, and now she takes a plea deal. So, woman who pushed 63-year-old off a bus admits she is deeply regretful as she accepts the plea deal. Luz, 32, and the victim got into a verbal argument over the victim not getting off the bus to let her out, according to the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office. Hold on one second. Okay. The woman who pushed a 63-year-old off the bus in Boston has agreed to a plea deal. Luz, 32, was sentenced to 2 years of probation on Friday, October 3rd, for the incident, according to a statement from the Suffolk County District Attorney Office. During her probation, she can't ride the Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority, known as the MBTA, which is the public transportation system in the greater Boston region. She has also been ordered to stay away and have no contact with the victim. Her probation conditions also include a 3-month period of home confinement, with the exception of medical appointments for herself or her children, and anger management and mental health treatment. CBS News reported that Luz's attorney said the 32-year-old feels deeply regretful and sorry for her actions. She makes no excuses for her conduct, the attorney said. Luce was also charged with 1 count of assault and battery on an elder or disabled person with injury, initially pleaded not guilty per the outlet. Let's just go back in time and be reminded.
A woman accused of pushing a passenger off a Roxbury bus faced the judge this afternoon. Prosecutors say Luz Pineda's victim had a concussion, broken blood vessels, and memory issues. Prosecutors say Pineda even tried to change her appearance after the incident. Thanks for staying with us. I'm David Wade.
And I'm Courtney Cole. Lisa's off tonight. Now, police used surveillance video and social media to track the suspect down. And as WBC's Samantha Cheney reports tonight, the defendant's lawyer says there were a lot of factors that led up to the incident.
Standing before a judge today, 32-year-old Luz Pineda kept her head held low, hearing the details of her alleged crime.
The defendant then was shouting at the victim, screaming at her, and then approached her, kicked her shopping cart, and pushed her off the bus.
She's being charged with assault and battery on a person over the age of 60, causing injury after surveillance cameras caught her pushing a 63-year-old woman down the steps of a bus stopped at Warren Street and MLK Boulevard and onto her face.
Surveillance videos then showed the defendant leaving, removing her sweatshirt, put her hair up in a bun, in what appeared to be an attempt to change her appearance and evade being identified.
According to the police report, the violent interaction started out as an argument between the two women.
The operator told the officers that the bus was overcrowded.
Prosecutors say Pineda asked the victim to leave the exit area, but when she refused, that's when the attack happened.
There was then blood coming from the victim's head.
Her defense attorney says she was leaving the hospital with her 3-month-old baby the day this took place.
The woman who was preventing her and her child from exiting the bus.
Prosecutors say the victim has no memory of the assault and her name was not released.
Has a concussion, a broken blood vessel in the neck and eye, and that's the possible reason for the memory lapse.
Pineda was held on a cash bail of $5,000. Now today, the judge made it clear that if that bail is paid, the suspect can be released, but only under the following conditions. She stays away from the victim, away from any witnesses, and MBTA property, trains, and buses. She's expected to be back here in court on October 3rd.
And as we know, she already went back to court and she pleaded guilty. She did a plea deal. The altercation occurred on September the 8th and around 1 p.m. local time, according to the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office. Officers were alerted of the incident at the radio call for a disorderly subject. Luz and the victim got into a verbal argument over the victim not getting off the bus to let Luz out, per the statement. The argument turned physical when Luz pushed the victim off the bus onto the sidewalk, the DA office said. The female victim had a cut on the corner of her left eye and blood coming from her head, per the statement. Luz changed her clothes and hairstyle after leaving the bus to avoid being identified, the DA's office said in a statement. Witnesses said the victim remained on the ground for about 10 minutes and later received medical attention, per Boston 10. The older woman was transported by paramedics to a nearby hospital where she was treated for a concussion and broken blood vessels. CBS News reported that Luz, in addition to attacking the woman, also kicked her shopping cart off the vehicle. Local outlet news reported that Luz had a 3-month-old baby with her during the altercation. Luz's attorney said she was heading home from a medical appointment for her infant, per CBS News. Roy,
We need to call CPS.
that part.
Because you do elderly abuse, so who's to tell us that you're not going to do child abuse as well? The sentencing, unfortunately, our court system is just all over the place, as you said earlier, Diva. The people that we need to be charging and giving serious time, they're not getting it. And the people, who don't need the serious time, they're getting it. Unfortunately, fortunately, but unfortunately, she did plead guilty. I'm not really here for the guilty plea because, you decided to change your clothes, change your, look to try to make it seem like that you had nothing to do with this crime. You were going to walk away as if you had nothing ever to do with it and nothing to ever say. I still did not hear, unless I missed it, but I still have not heard an apology for what she did. I haven't heard any kind of responsibility being taken other than saying I'm guilty. Hell, anybody could say that and still not mean, I'm sorry. I think this is a horrible situation. Further investigation needs to be looked into this woman, especially now that she has an infant, because you were willing to fight while you had your baby.
That part. That part.
Yeah. Call CPS.
Call CPS. Thank you.
Listen, I'm gonna get off tonight, but listen, everybody, we are back with the recap. So make sure you join Diva and I this week as we are recapping Housewives of Potomac. Came on tonight at 8 p.m. Pretty good episode. So just stay tuned with us. Love you, Auntie. Love y'all. Have a good night.
Love you back. Thank you. Yes, we are back with our recaps of the reality shows. Miss K and J, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciation chat. You've been giving us real good shows and great discussions, Diva. Much love. Thank you so much. Okay. In my opinion, your thoughts?
I think it's sad when we sit here and tell people that our elderly it's okay to abuse them. I don't think she should have. I don't think a plea deal should have been on the table because they keep saying she didn't mean to. What did you think was gonna happen when you yard that 63-year-old woman off the bus?
Ooh.
I mean, she pushed her the first time and she didn't fall, and then she stepped back and pushed her even hard. I mean, what did you think was gonna happen? Like, of course, the bus driver wasn't gonna just let her stay there. So your accusation of I just want her to get off the bus makes no sense. The bus driver can't stay there all day, so obviously she was gonna get off the bus. She's elderly. You expect her to be able to run down the steps like your 32-year-old butt? And then they say she's remorseful now. But if she's so remorseful, why is her head down? Why she ain't apologized? Why she don't feel like she need to take no accountability? I say this woman should sue her civilly and hit her in her pockets then. So she can't get her in the jail time, hit her in the pockets. Justice for the elderly.
Ooh, justice. Katrina?
Yeah, that's sad on all different levels. I mean, that's just crazy, girl. And the only reason why she probably pled guilty because she probably never had any charge and she did that pre-trial diversion thing, and that's why she got that probation because she probably never been in trouble. But knowing her, she probably been in trouble, but it was just probably camouflage under the juvenile thing. But girl, what type of person that push an old person? You can't be old. You can't be messed with these elderly people. God do not play that. He do not play when you mess with these elderlies and these babies and fools. And my God, you doing this to this woman. I hope you don't get that angry and push your child down like that. If that's all it takes for you to be hesitant to get off the bus. This lady is going down the steps as fast as she can. And if you're taking that type of anger over somebody moving that slow, what will you do with your child when your child won't go at the pace you need them to go? Are you gonna slam them down on the ground as well? This is ridiculous. And if she's played guilty whatsoever, she's gonna have to pay that lady restitution, and that money that she's gonna pay this little old woman could be going towards her child. But I don't blame the little lady. Sue her. Make sure you do all your doctor's records, your nurse's notes, your trauma. Hit her where you know you can get her at. And it's just these people. I don't know what's going on with these young people these days. It just don't make no sense. I've seen 3 different fights less than 2 days. My cousin was taken last night because they was at the leaving the game, and somebody just ran through and powed him. There was a whole bunch of people. He was one that got hit, and he didn't make it. It was 2, him and another woman. But I don't know what's going on with these people. It's ridiculous. It's not getting better. It's getting worse, and it's so sad. It's so sad. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But anyway, I hope she get exactly what she deserved. Pre-trial diversion. pleading guilty whatsoever, that's not good enough. They need to make her go work at a nursing home and help older people and see how she feels, how these people can't get around that fast, and see what it is to take her. Because more than likely, she's gonna need some type of counseling. Because baby girl, you got some type of anger management going on, and your baby don't need to be around that. But that's all I got, Diva.
Yeah, my condolences, Katrina. So sad.
Thank you, Diva.
Yeah, so sad. It's like, you hear your kid want to just go to a concert, go to a game, and the next thing you know, you getting a phone call talking about they're no longer here. It's just enough is enough. I promise you, me personally, I am not into these pals. I really just feel they belong only in the hands of law enforcement. I don't get why every time we hear about a regular person having them, it's never, oh, somebody was robbing my house and I saved me and my family's life. It's always just straight violence for no reason. It's just too sad. It's very sad. Savannah, your thoughts?
I'm so sorry to hear that, Katrina. So my condolences to you and your family. Um, I'm not too much worried about restitution here. I'm more worried about retaliation, because that's someone's grandmother, mother, auntie, sister, cousin, and this happened in New York. In the New York I know is an eye for an eye and a cheek for a cheek. And now that she has been identified,
This one story, Savannah, was in Boston because
I
now
was in Boston.
and
Okay.
she can't even use the public transportation anymore for the time that she's on probation. So she's banned from the public transportation out there for 2 whole years. Now what you gonna do?
I still think that someone in this, now that she's been identified, I think someone is in this, in the seniors family, in the elderly woman's family, is going to retaliate. I know if it was mine and you put hand on my mother or my grandmother, or we gonna see each other. We got to talk. I'm sorry, because you're impatient. And the most of the buses I know, there's two exits. There's not on just one.
That's
And
right.
you had a infant with you, and this is a senior. And then I'm also upset, and maybe we didn't fully see the story, but nobody helped her, with no bus driver, no one intervened in assistance of the senior. So this lady was on 10, because they stated that she was already arguing with the woman for whatever reason. I don't know what would cause you. Should have been focused on your sick baby and not on what the elderly woman was doing. So she deserves some retaliation, some street justice. I'm sorry, but I'm tired of these folks just thinking they can display bad behavior and get away with it. I don't think she should be on any Uber, any bus, any motorcycle, a scooter. I think she needs to be walking and pushing her baby wherever she needs to go. And there should be something that, like you said, she's not allowed on public transportation. And she should be have a, like, I don't know, there's a list or how they would figure out if she can get on one of these buses or not. I don't.
That's true, right?
Yeah, how they gonna know? She can still sneak on. They don't know what she
But
tried to disguise.
let somebody recognize her in that probation. It won't be the house outside. She'll go to jail.
That's true. And
Yeah,
lose her baby.
now again, these people in the street, they recognize you. I don't care what disguise you do. Listen, the street people, they solving cases, they just solving things, and they recognizing you.
That
And
is true.
she was just dead wrong. But I also, like you said, even when I first did that story, I didn't understand why the bus driver didn't step in. It just makes no sense to me. Oh, you know what? Yeah, and Callie's right. She needs to be in prison for elder abuse. But she pled guilty and they let her.
Correct. That was my other thing.
Uh-huh. They let her. They let
Well,
her
she still should
slide.
have did at least a year.
I
At
feel.
least a year for elderly abuse.
And then they said that she has to be in her house for 3 months straight. But again, who's gonna enforce, except for, like, I guess, appointments? But she got to get food and stuff like that too. Like, but who's gonna enforce if, I guess, the ankle bracelet, it rings if you out. I don't know. It's stupid. She should have did
But
some high
it's
bars.
3 months. 3 months in Boston in winter. Everybody's in the house anyway, so she gonna do her 3 months and still. I don't. I think that the sentence doesn't really justify the crime. I think she should have did a year. I'm sorry, because while you were pushing this elderly woman, where was your child? Who was taking care of your child while you were doing and interacting with the seniors? So I think that the sentence did not fit the crime. She should be in jail for a year.
So, but I guess in this day and age, you gotta say at least there was some justice. I don't know. It's just crazy. It's just absolutely insane. But listen, guys, y'all helped me do it. We came in under the 60 minutes. That was our 3 stories. So thank you for hanging out with me on Sunday night for Trending Topics. I really appreciate y'all. As Roy came through and said, probably tomorrow we will be recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac, and we're going to start recapping all of our reality shows again. Normally, when I recap a show with Roy, we come on about 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then I still do my nighttime Trending Topic show at 8 p.m. So if y'all want to hang out with Roy and I, we stream to both of our channels. We really appreciate y'all. Hey, Callie, thanks for coming through in the building. Everybody hit that like button. So listen, I'm going to stay connected to this story with this school bus driver, but I would just say to all the people out there, listen, everybody can't just automatically afford okay, something going crazy on at this school, I'm going to pull my kid out and put them in another school. Black women just too aggressive. Okay, this baby Bubba got to go. What does that have to do with anything? Okay. I'm going to stay connected to this story, but I will say once you find that your child is get in some type of situation, just like the kid I showed yesterday, the teacher singing happy birthday and saying you look like a monkey in the zoo. We have got to step up and advocate for our kids and put the pressure on until change happens. This school bus driver is sick, but again, why are these kids in his house after school hours or whatever? It's just a lot, right? Family Dollar Store, the lesson we learned from that is, sorry, you can't stop the shoplifter. You can dial 911, call who you can. Somebody says snap a picture, but don't be going after them and then get yourself hurt. And this girl, like everybody's saying, she should have did some time in jail for elder abuse. Thank you for watching, guys. Y'all know the routine. If you didn't hit that like button on the way in, hit it on the way out. Good night and goodbye, everybody. Choo choo.